Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bibliophila, where I discuss books that inspire us, enrich our minds and broaden our mental horizon. Let's begin today's episode with a review of yet another book. Today I'll be talking about a book, The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Khaled Hosseini is an Afghan-American novelist and UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador. His debut novel, The Kite Runner, received critical and commercial success. The book, as well as his subsequent novels, were either partially set in Afghanistan or featured an Afghan as the protagonist. Born in Kabul, Afghanistan, Hosseini spent his early years living in Iran and France. When he was 15, his family applied for asylum in the United States, where he later became a naturalized citizen. He returned to Afghanistan at the age of 38 in 2003. In later interviews, he admitted to having felt survivor's guilt for being able to escape Afghanistan prior to the Soviet invasion and subsequent wars. Published in 2003 by Riverhead Books, The Kite Runner revolves around the story of Amir, a well-to-do Pashtun boy from the Wazir Akbar Khan district of Kabul. The story revolves around the themes of love, loyalty, guilt, redemption, and abuse. The novel is set against many backdrops, from the fall of Afghanistan's monarchy through the Soviet invasion, the exodus of refugees into Pakistan and the United States, and the rise of the Taliban regime. This book is mainly a father-son relationship story, an element which Hosseini later uses in his subsequent novels. Amir, a well-to-do Pashtun boy, and Hassan, a Hazara boy, who was the son of Ali, Amir's father's servant, spent their days kite fighting in the hitherto peaceful city of Kabul. Flying kites was a way to escape the horrific reality the two boys were living in. Amir's mother had died in childbirth, and Hassan's mother, Sanobar, had simply abandoned him at an early age. Amir's father, Baba, a wealthy merchant, loves both boys. He makes a point of buying Hassan the exact same things that he buys Amir, much to the latter's annoyance. On a rare occasion, when Amir is sitting on Baba's lap, he asks him why he drinks alcohol when it is forbidden by Islam. Baba replies that mullahs are hypocrites and that the only real sin is theft. From here we can deduce that Baba was rather an open-minded gentleman who refused to believe in the strict doctrines imposed by society and by religion. Baba praises Hassan and loves him very much, but he is often critical of Amir and considers him weak, lacking in courage. Amir finds a kinder, fatherly figure in Rahim Khan, Baba's closest friend, who supports his passion in writing, which Baba considers to be a feminine interest. One day, the two boys were participating in a local kite fighting tournament. Amir had won the tournament and finally earned Baba's praise. Hassan ran for the last cut kite, a prestigious trophy. Amir was scared of Baba and would go to any lengths to please him. When Hassan was returning with the kite, he encountered Asif, an abusive boy, in an alleyway. When he refused to give up the kite to him, Asif beat him up and raped him. Amir observed this act, but he was too scared to prevent it. He thought that if he failed to bring home the last cut kite, he would not earn Baba's praise. This act of cowardice induced a sense of tremendous guilt in him which would haunt him to his last days. In 1979, 5 years later, when the Soviet military invaded in Afghanistan, Baba and Amir fled to Peshawar, Pakistan, and then to Fremont, California, where they settled in a run-down apartment. After graduating from high school, Amir started taking classes in San Jose State University to develop his writing skills. There he met Soraya Taheri and married her shortly after. Baba started working in a gas station while Amir went on to become a successful novelist and earned a lot of praise. 15 years after his marriage, he received a call from Rahim Khan. Khan, who was dying, had called to tell Amir that he must come home. From Rahim Khan, Amir learns that Hassan and Ali are both dead. Ali was killed by a landmine and Hassan died trying to protect Baba and Amir's home from being confiscated by the Taliban. Rahim Khan further reveals that Ali was sterile and that Hassan was not his biological son. Hassan was actually the son of Sanobar and Baba, making him Amir's half-brother. Finally, Khan tells Amir that the reason he has called him to Peshawar, Pakistan, is to save Sohrab, Hassan's son, who was being kept in an orphanage in Kabul. Amir searches for Sohrab, accompanied by Farid, an Afghan taxi driver and veteran of the war with the Soviets. They learn that a Taliban official comes to the orphanage often, brings cash and usually takes a girl away with him. Occasionally he chooses a boy, recently Sohrab. Amir meets the Taliban leader who reveals himself as Asif. Sohrab is being kept at Asif's house as a dancing boy. Asif agrees to relinquish him if Amir can beat him in a fight. Asif then badly beats Amir, breaking several bones until Sohrab uses a slingshot to fire a brass ball into Asif's left eye. Sohrab helps Amir out of the house, where he passes out and wakes up in a hospital. Amir tells Sohrab of his plans to take him back to America and possibly adopt him. However, American authorities demand evidence of Sohrab's orphan status. Amir tells Sohrab that he may have to go back to the orphanage for a little while, as they have encountered a problem in the adoption process, and Sohrab, terrified about returning to the orphanage, attempts suicide. Amir eventually manages to take him back to the United States. After his adoption, Sohrab refuses to interact with Amir or Soraya until Amir reminisces about Hassan and kites and shows off some of Hassan's tricks. In the end, Sohrab only gives a lopsided smile, but Amir takes it with all his heart as he runs for the kite for Sohrab, saying the exact words which Hassan told him, "For you 1,000 times over." The whole story's theme revolves around this piece of advice given by Baba to Amir. "When you kill a man, you steal a life," Baba said. "You steal his wife's right to a husband, rob his children of a father. When you tell a lie, you steal someone's right to the truth. When you cheat, you steal the right to fairness. In one way or another, all the characters involved have committed these offending crimes." Khaled Hosseini identifies a number of themes that appear in The Kite Runner, but reviewers have focused on guilt and redemption. As a child, Amir fails to save Hassan in an act of cowardice and afterwards suffers from an all-consuming guilt. Even after leaving the country, moving to America, marrying and becoming a successful writer, he is unable to forget the incident. Following Hassan's death at the hands of the Taliban, Amir begins to redeem himself through the rescue of Hassan's son Sohrab. Hosseini draws parallels during the search for Sohrab to create an impression of poetic justice. For example, Amir sustains a split lip after being severely beaten, similar to Hassan's hair lip. Hosseini has quite justly explained the fact that no matter how privileged a life you may lead, no matter where you are, no matter what terrors you have escaped from, your true loyalty lies in your roots and you will have to come back to it no matter what at the end. I sincerely hope that you have liked this analysis of the book The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. If you have, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Bibliophila. I'll be back again with an analysis of yet another book. Till then, keep reading.